Hello everyone, welcome back on Next Streamer channel. Guys, I'm RK Singh, Unity game developer, YouTuber and blogger. So in this series we are starting to just check the mini Unity asset, which is really very useful in our game, even in the VR as well as in the mobile as well as in your PC games. So today we are going to try one asset which I have used in my game, that is the dynamic mesh cutter. It really helps us a lot in various game, like when we want to cut the mesh and whenever you are performing the mesh. So there is two things, like you are dealing with mesh renderer, that is the normal mesh cutting like cube or anything, or there is one more, that is the you are dealing with the humanoid mesh. So we have to see that how we can use it and what are the pros and what are the cons, so that you understand that it is useful or not. And is it documentation, and is they are using the multi-threading, so it really works well in the VR as well as in the mobile device. So I have many options. In the future we will discuss that too, but currently we are starting with this one. Okay, and you will get also the link of it, and let's start the video. So first of all, I have taken one project and open this asset. Basically this is the totally fresh project, and I have taken this asset import basically after purchasing, and then I have opened this folder, and here first thing you can go, you can just take a one look of dynamic mesh cutter, that is your dock, and dock really help you to navigate through, and I have read and I know very well, so I will guide you, but at a one time if you are going to read it, so it will be very useful for you. And after that, here you can see the examples. So open the examples, and here they have set up the scene, and you can explore that how it is working. In case you are getting any error in the console, so reopen your project, or if you are not able to resolve that thing, so you have to do the input system active input handling in the both. So hopefully everything is working fine, and I will just play and show you that how it is working. You have also seen the video. So basically on the press of R, everything will be it is now, but before that we have to just play and slice the meshes. So now we are in the scene. You can see there is a humanoid and there is a normal meshes, and I will also share one thing because it really matter a lot in this, because both whenever you are going to use any slicer, so there will be various thing, like normal mesh slider will not work everywhere. Okay, you will see this is the normal mesh we call mesh renderer. Okay, and whenever you are going on this character, you will see the skin mesh renderer. Okay, skin mesh renderer. So for the skin you will have different property, for the normal meshes you will have the different property. So whenever you are going to choose any slicer, you must understand that what are the things are getting supported, like it is just supporting the slicing of normal meshes or only meshes, or it also support the skin meshes if you want to perform on the skin too. Okay, so I'm just going to slice this cube. You will see that it is getting sliced properly. Okay, you can just slice in many parts. So it's really great, and I really love it. Okay, you can see we have also used on our character and on this. So let me click on the R, and you will see it reset again. Okay, and you will see, like whenever I am doing on the left hand, whenever I am doing on the right hand, so whole body is getting fall. So there is a various behavior, like whenever you are playing the game, let's suppose someone have cut this hand. So what should be, like our character is alive, it is not getting died until and unless we are just killing it completely. Okay, so might be someone want, like if you cut the hand, so our character should be alive or his body should be stand. So these are the behavior you have to perform, and I will show you that how you can perform those behavior. Okay, you can see currently it is getting fall down. So whenever you are going to understand one slicer, it will really help you to understand other slicer too. But every slicer, because I have used almost all the slicer, they have different properties, different behavior. So every time you have to just use your brain and you have to play around those things. So first of all, let's join here. On the sphere, you can see this is the sphere. We have the mesh target, and it has some behavior, like we have not used very much animation. So if you are going to animation, so here there should be the animation. Okay, and there is the default behavior of stone. So everywhere there is three behavior: stone, ragdoll, or animation. So if there is nothing, so there is the stone behavior, like it is non-kinematic. Okay, and whenever you are going to use the ragdoll, so you know very well that ragdoll, in ragdoll effect, every object have the rigid body, and when we perform the ragdoll effect, so basically it get fall down on the ground, and it behaves like how it getting touch on the ground, and at that time animation is not getting performed. And here is animation. So whenever we are going to perform animation, there must be one animator. You can see there is no any animator, but on that object there should be the animator. So mesh target, you can see this is the mesh target, and this is the upper side, like how behave will be on the upper side, how behave will be on the lower side. Same whenever you are going on the cube, so on animator you can see there is a animator on the cube, and there is a cube. Okay, and here you can see same script but different behavior, like on upper side is stone and lower side is also stone. Okay, and you can see we have also this tower, and here we have the very important, that is the our character. So on our character, you can see we have already animator and one more script, that is the dynamic ragdoll. And by default, most of time you get the references, but in case if you're not getting, so you have to assign these references here one by one. So basically on the hips you have to pass the bone, like whenever you're going on the hips, you will see there is rigid body, box collider, dynamic ragdoll part. So this script will define that it is the part. Okay, and here you will perform the name. And mini I have also used, like every parts there is a script which help us to define the force, that how much force we are pushing. So in the future videos we will cover those things, and you will see on all body parts you will get the colliders, rigid body, character joints. Okay, and there is a dynamic part, and here we have given the name. Okay, so here there is not very much setting here, just you have to pass the references. Okay, and here is the basic stuff, like how ragdoll kinematic is going to work. The important thing is on here, that is the DSC main. Here you can define the behavior, and it is on the skin mesh renderer, and make sure on top of it, on the roof of it, there is an animator if you want to perform animator. Like let's suppose you have cut the hand, so body is getting animated, so that behavior you have to add. So here you can see mesh target, and here we are getting upper side, lower side. Just here we are getting one more, that is the group behavior. Here we have to play what we want, and here you can also see like upper side we have defined the ragdoll behavior, and it is non-kinematic. Okay, every time whenever we are performing, so whole body is getting fall down and whole body is getting in the ragdoll effect. Okay, so these are the setting we have to play, and here we have the ragdoll effect. Let's suppose we want to do the stone, and let's play and let's see how it is going to work. Let's change and let's see further how it is going to behave. Animation, and let's see. So you can see head is still animating, like we are cutting here. I will share one more thing that is very important to implementing the behavior. That is what? That is the group behavior. Okay, you can play around this thing, that is up to you. Okay, that is not applied, that was ragdoll. So I want upper behavior on the animation. Let me check how it is working. I will come to you here also, so don't worry. Oh, so you can see upper body is started the animation. So now you have the idea that what I want to explain. Okay, you will get the various behavior. It is depend to you that how you want to perform. And here on the group behavior, like how our body parts should be behave. So here you can see, let's give in the left hand. Okay, and here we want animation. So basically how we have to add this one, it have been a long time, so I was not able to remember, but here is the way. Like you have to check the name, like let's suppose you want to add the left hand. So we will go on the spine 2, and here we will get the all the names. Okay, so basically we have to add this all name here. Like let's suppose we want left hand, so add the left hand name. Okay, and how it should be behave. So stone or animation should do the animation, add the part, and same you have to change the name again. And let's suppose you want to add this one, so I'm just doing the copy paste so that I add right name. Left hand. Similarly you have to add all the parts related to hand, and you have to define the behavior you want. Okay, like left arm, so So we have added the left 3 arms. You can also add the soldiers. Same you have to add the right one, and after that you will get most of thing. And now we can play and see how it is working. So you can see left hand is still animating. Why? Because we have given the animation behavior of it. Same you can perform on the right hand, because on the right hand it is not going to happen, I think. So you can see if we are cutting any parts, so other is getting animated. Okay, and one more thing I want to point out, that it is the plane cutter. Like whenever you are going to add on the sword on anywhere, so whatever it will come in that direction, so it cut everything. So there is a particular distance, but not very much. Okay, like whenever you can see I'm cutting this hand, so you will see whole body is getting cut. And when I'm cutting this, so you will see it is cutting on this area. Okay, so this is the plane cutter, like it is the normal cutter, you can see. So this is one drawback. Okay, like if you want to cut this area, so it should be cut only this, but it cut the whole part. So hope you get the idea. And everything is perfect in this asset. Just the plane is we have to cut whole body if we want to cut only one parts, or make sure that it is not cross the whole board. Like if you want to cut the hand, so it's the plane should not pass on the any body parts, otherwise it will cut. So you see, like when I will cut this, so it will cut body too. So if I'm going to cut this way, so it is not crossing, it will cut only hand. Okay, so this is the behavior you have to understand. And thanks for watching, and please like the video and do the comment if you have any question. So let me drop in the comment box. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.